Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we'll understand the concept of hacking Android and how hackers target Android apps. We'll be exploring the techniques hackers use to find and exploit vulnerabilities, but it's crucial to remember that using this knowledge for unethical purposes is a big no-no. Whether you're an app developer looking to beef up your security or just someone curious about the world of cybersecurity, this video has something for you. Let's get started. Let's kick things off by talking about how hackers find vulnerabilities. One method is static analysis, like examining blueprints before construction. Hackers dissect the app's code for weaknesses. Another approach is dynamic analysis, testing the app in real time. Hackers manipulate inputs to trigger unexpected behavior. Online communities share discovered exploits. Social engineering manipulates people into giving up sensitive information. Let's talk about penetration testing, or pen testing. It's ethical hacking to find and fix vulnerabilities before they're exploited. Pen testers use manual and automated tools to probe defenses. Types include black box and white box testing. Each approach offers a comprehensive security assessment. The goal is to uncover vulnerabilities before they become real problems. Let's break down the key differences between static and dynamic analysis. Static analysis examines code without running it, like proofreading an essay. Dynamic analysis runs the app to see real-time behavior, like a test drive. Both have pros and cons. Static catches early errors. Dynamic finds runtime issues. The best approach is a combination of both. Now, if you're serious about getting into Android app security, you'll need a dedicated testing environment. You'll need a computer, a virtual machine to run a separate operating system, and the Android SDK. The Android SDK gives you all the tools and libraries you need to develop and test Android apps. Finally, you'll want to grab some specialized tools for security testing like Burp Suite or OWASP Zap. These tools help you intercept and analyze network traffic, which is crucial for finding vulnerabilities in how an app communicates with servers. Setting up a proper testing environment is the first step to effective security testing. All right, let's dive deeper into the world of static analysis. One of the most common techniques is code review, where you go through the app's code line by line, looking for anything suspicious. Another technique is decompilation, converting the app's compiled code back into a more human-readable format. There are also automated tools that can help with static analysis, scanning the code for known vulnerabilities. These tools save you a lot of time and effort. The key to effective static analysis is to be thorough and systematic. You don't want to miss anything. Now let's shift gears and talk about dynamic analysis. This is where you actually run the app and see how it behaves in a controlled environment. One common technique is fuzzing, where you bombard the app with random or invalid data to see how it reacts. Another technique is hooking, intercepting calls between the app and the operating system to manipulate data or change the app's behavior. You can also use dynamic analysis to test the app's security mechanisms like authentication and authorization. The key to effective dynamic analysis is to be creative and persistent. Think like a hacker. All right, let's talk tools. No hacker's toolkit is complete without a few essential tools and commands. One of the most important tools is ADB, which stands for Android Debug Bridge. This lets you communicate with your Android device from your computer, giving you a ton of control. Another essential tool is AppTool, which lets you decompile and recompile Android apps. You'll also want to familiarize yourself with some basic Linux commands like ls for listing files, cd for changing directories, and grep for searching for text. And of course, no hacking toolkit would be complete without a good text editor like Vim or Nano. Now let's talk about APK files. APK stands for Android Package Kit, and it's the file format that Android uses to distribute and install apps. Inside an APK file, you'll find all the app's code, resources, and metadata. Understanding APK files is crucial for Android app hacking because it allows you to see what's going on under the hood. By analyzing APK files, you can identify potential vulnerabilities, reverse engineer the app's functionality, and even modify the app to do your bidding. Now that you know what APK files are, let's talk about some tools that can help you analyze them. One of the most popular tools is AppTool, which lets you decompile and recompile APK files. Another great tool is JADX, a decompiler that converts the app's bytecode into Java source code. If you're looking for a more visual approach, check out Bytecode Viewer, which lets you view the app's code in various formats. For those who prefer a command line interface, there's dex2jar, which converts the app's Dalvik bytecode into Java bytecode. These tools are essential for reverse engineering and analyzing APK files. Now, if you're serious about getting into Android app hacking, you'll need to learn how to code. Learning to code is like learning a new language. It takes time and practice, but it's incredibly rewarding. There are tons of great resources available online and in libraries that can teach you how to code. And the best part is, most of them are free. So, what are you waiting for? Start learning to code today. All right, let's revisit our testing environment and see if we can make it even better. One thing you might want to consider is setting up a proxy server to intercept and analyze network traffic. Another useful tool is a virtual private network, or VPN, which encrypts your internet connection and routes it through a server in another location. You might also want to consider using a dedicated device for your security testing. This could be an old phone or tablet that you don't mind wiping and reinstalling. This helps keep your main devices separate from your testing environment, improving security and preventing accidental data loss. Now let's talk about emulators. An emulator is a piece of software that simulates the hardware and software of another device, in this case an Android device. Emulators are incredibly useful for Android app hacking because they allow you to run and test apps without needing a physical device. There are a number of great Android emulators available, both free and paid. Once you've chosen an emulator, you can install it on your computer and start testing Android apps just like you would on a physical device. We've mentioned ADB a few times already, but let's take a closer look at this essential tool. ADB stands for Android Debug Bridge, and it's a command line tool that lets you communicate with your Android device from your computer. With ADB, you can install and uninstall apps, copy files, view log files, and even run shell commands. To use ADB, you'll need to enable USB debugging on your Android device and connect it to your computer using a USB cable. Now, if you're serious about getting into cybersecurity, you'll need to familiarize yourself with Kali Linux. Kali Linux is a Debian-based operating system that comes pre-installed with a ton of security tools. It has everything you need to perform penetration testing, security audits, and even digital forensics. Some of the most popular tools included in Kali Linux are Metasploit, Nmap, Wireshark, and John the Ripper. If you're just getting started with Kali Linux, there are tons of great resources available online and in libraries that can help you get up to speed. Reverse engineering is the process of taking something apart to figure out how it works. In the context of Android app hacking, reverse engineering typically involves decompiling an app to access its source code. Security researchers use reverse engineering to find vulnerabilities in software so they can be patched. Reverse engineering is a complex topic, but there are a number of great resources available online and in libraries that can help you get started. All right, let's bring everything together and talk about how to test the security of Android apps. Testing app security is an ongoing process. It's not something you do once and then forget about. You need to be constantly testing and improving your app's security to stay ahead of the bad guys. Implement secure coding practices, write code free of common vulnerabilities, and ensure your app is properly configured. Regularly test your app's security using both manual and automated tools. Staying vigilant is key to maintaining a secure app. And that's a wrap. We've covered a ton of ground in this video, from the basics of Android app hacking to advanced techniques like reverse engineering. If you're interested in learning more about cybersecurity, there are tons of great resources available online and in libraries. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tech deep dives. Stay safe out there and keep those devices secure.